Nissan, the once celebrated giant of the automotive world, is now at a crossroads so precarious it's sending shockwaves through every corner of the industry. Their profits haven't just dropped, they've practically vanished, and that's only part of the story. Whispers of leadership controversies, mechanical failures, and even desperate price-slashing hint at a deeper crisis that's bigger and more astonishing than anyone expected. By the end of this video, you'll see why Nissan's entire future may rest on a single audacious gamble. Nissan's sudden financial nosedive caught everyone off guard. Imagine watching your profits crumble by nearly 99% in just 1 year. That's exactly what happened. This was the brand that once boasted a strong foothold against Toyota and Honda. Now it's struggling to stand on its own. Market share slid from a solid 7.7% to a shaky 5.8% in the United States over a mere 5 years. Global sales weren't any brighter. They dropped 5.5% last year, marking a dismal streak of consecutive monthly declines. Rumors started flying that Nissan had pushed too hard on fleet sales, selling large quantities of vehicles at razor-thin margins to rental companies and government agencies. Sure, that tactic moves cars fast, but the profit on each vehicle is slim, dragging down overall earnings and damaging the brand's public image. Meanwhile, competitors like Honda and Toyota introduced fresh designs and hybrids that appealed to a new wave of eco-minded buyers. Nissan, on the other hand, was left holding older models that felt stuck in the past. The message was clear. Nissan's grand plan simply wasn't working. Few realized how bad it was until profits plunged, revealing a problem lurking beneath the surface for years. Even more troubling was the collapse of Nissan's once stellar reputation for reliability. For decades, drivers flocked to Nissan dealerships confident in the brand's dependable vehicles. That trust was shattered when mechanical problems began cropping up, especially with Nissan's continuously variable transmissions. Owners complained about jerky shifting, mysterious acceleration bursts, and in extreme cases, transmissions giving out entirely. These aren't just minor annoyances. They're the kind of vehicle failures that send buyers running. Surveys indicate many potential customers avoid Nissan because they've heard the brand is plagued with reliability woes. Longtime fans who once proudly drove Nissan started switching to competing brands like Honda and Hyundai. Fixing a broken vehicle is one thing. Fixing a broken reputation is a much taller order. As Nissan scrambled to issue recalls and extend warranties, they faced criticism for being reactive rather than proactive. Customers wanted transparency and solid proof that Nissan was tackling the root causes. Instead, they saw rushed band-aid solutions. This uphill battle to rebuild reliability was only the beginning of Nissan's struggles, and it nudged the company to make some dramatic moves. Once news broke that Nissan's profits had nearly evaporated, the company staged a desperate comeback, offering mind-boggling discounts. Buyers walking into Nissan showrooms began seeing price tags that dropped by thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. Financing deals with 0% interest for up to 60 months sweetened the pot. Suddenly, ordinary buyers felt like they had stumbled on a gold mine. Rows of unsold SUVs, sedans, and crossovers, however, told a different story. Nissan was drowning in excess inventory, and slashing prices was the only way to clear it. From a short-term perspective, these deals worked. Sales teams reported a surge of bargain hunters lured by discounts that practically screamed, "Buy now or regret it." But as any automaker knows, deep discounts eat away at profit margins. And worse, they risk cementing the company's reputation as a budget brand, a label that can undermine efforts to sell premium vehicles down the road. Was Nissan simply buying time with these slash and burn prices, or did they have a hidden ace up their sleeve? The next step in their plan might just be the biggest gamble of all. Years ago, Nissan seemed to be the bold visionary when it unveiled the Leaf in 2010, an affordable, mass-market electric car that put the company on the cutting edge. Fast forward to today, and the Leaf lags far behind the competition in range, design, and innovation. Tesla, Hyundai, and even Ford have stolen the spotlight with modern EVs boasting better battery technology and futuristic styling. Still, Nissan insists it's not out of the electrification race yet. The company recently promised to refresh or replace a staggering 78% of its entire lineup, aiming to roll out 34 electrified vehicles globally by 2030, 19 of them fully battery-powered. Central to this vision is a redesigned Leaf with a longer range and advanced features, plus ambitious investments in solid-state battery technology that promise faster charging times and improved energy density by 2028. The question is, can Nissan make up for lost time in an EV market that grows more cutthroat by the day? Tesla still reigns supreme, Honda and Toyota continue refining hybrids, and new players like Lucid and Rivian keep popping up. Nissan's EV bets might pay off, but only if the company can overcome one glaring internal problem: uncertainty at the top. You can't talk about Nissan without mentioning the controversies that erupted around its former leadership. Accusations surfaced over executive misconduct, followed by the high-profile departure of Carlos Ghosn under a cloud of speculation. Even after that storm passed, Nissan's governance issues lingered. Critics argue the company still appears rudderless, torn between preserving its trusted gasoline vehicles and charging full speed ahead into electrics. CEO Makoto Uchida took the helm at a time when Nissan desperately needed a unifying vision, but some analysts say the brand's current roadmap is all over the place, a dash of old-school thinking mixed with hurried attempts at modern tech. The resulting confusion leaves consumers and investors unsure whether Nissan can truly deliver on its promises. It's a precarious position. Every new recall or rumor about corporate infighting shakes confidence further. Still, Nissan's leadership claims they've crafted a blueprint for recovery so bold it could redefine the brand entirely, if they can pull it off. At the heart of Nissan's comeback strategy lies its so-called ARC plan, an ambitious roadmap designed to fix the issues threatening the company's survival. The highlights? 7 brand new models in North America, a sweeping refresh of existing vehicles, and a push to have 60% of its lineup electrified by 2030. This plan attempts a balancing act: keep traditional buyers happy with upgraded combustion models while ramping up advanced EVs. Executed perfectly, it could allow Nissan to pivot smoothly into the future without alienating longtime loyalists. But the risks are sky high. If Nissan overshoots production targets, it could end up with parking lots jammed full of unwanted cars again. If the promised EV features don't measure up to Tesla or Hyundai, the market will leave Nissan in the dust. Industry insiders also worry that rushing out so many new models in so little time can lead to quality control nightmares. One major mechanical fiasco could derail the entire ARC plan. No wonder speculation about Nissan's fate has grown more intense with each new announcement. Meanwhile, the competition is anything but idle. Honda has soared ahead with engineering breakthroughs and reliable, fuel-efficient cars. Toyota's already produced hybrids across nearly 1/3 of its lineup, meeting eco-conscious demands right out of the gate. Hyundai has gained traction with its eye-catching Ioniq series, blending sleek design with cutting-edge EV technology. And overshadowing everyone is Tesla, the global heavyweight champion of electric vehicles. What does this mean for Nissan? Essentially, they're playing catch-up in every category. Their once-prized Rogue SUV feels dated next to the wave of feature-rich crossovers dominating showrooms. Their hybrid offerings arrive years too late, and their EV lineup struggles to differentiate itself from better-known players. This uphill climb raises the fundamental question: can Nissan reinvent itself quickly enough in a market that's evolving faster every year? After weighing every twist in Nissan's story, the staggering profit crash, the tarnished reliability record, the frantic price cuts, and the bold EV promises, it's clear that the company stands at a critical fork in the road. The ARC plan could restore Nissan's former glory if the leadership finally unites behind a cohesive vision and delivers vehicles that excite a new generation of buyers. On the other hand, one miscalculation, another wave of reliability disasters, or a flop in EV development could push Nissan past the point of no return. The brand that was once a symbol of innovation could either soar back into relevance or slip into a chapter overshadowed by recalls, closed dealerships, and mounting financial losses. Now, the only thing left is for you to decide: are Nissan's electrification efforts enough to turn things around, or will the weight of its past failures eventually crush any chance of a comeback? The debate is far from settled. Share your take below, because what happens next might just redefine how all of us look at this iconic automaker.